The following is a production of the University of Hartford School of Communication.
Hey everyone, this is Alex. I'm here with Kosi. I'm here with Jared. Guys, tell them what major you're in. Tell them how old you guys are, and tell them what sport you guys are playing. Even though I know.
I'm biomedical engineering. My name is Kosi Chijoki, like he said, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Jared Smillian. I do exercise science. I want to continue with DPT here. I'm I'm in my second of 3 years for my undergrad.
Okay, so you both are in your second year.
Yeah.
You're doing 4 years.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing 5?
I'm doing 3.
You can't call me sir.
Okay.
You cannot call me sir.
I'm doing 3. It was supposed to be like a 4+3 for the exercise science PT, but
Okay.
I did some summer classes elsewhere,
Cool.
got it down to 3+3, so
Okay.
gonna be 6 years total.
You guys are on the basketball team.
Yeah, both on the basketball team.
That's pretty tall for the basketball. I'm just kidding. How's the experience been playing basketball? I mean, I know you guys are in your second year, but the whole team is so young. So, what's the experience been like so far?
It's been a unique experience, I know, because we're both sophomores and we've both been able to have like a good role on the team, and we're all so young, so it's like a bit of a learning curve for us. But our coaches try to remind us that like we can't keep dwelling on being so young, that like we're put in this because he has faith in us to succeed in this program. So yeah.
That's good. I mean, I had an interview with him once, and he could shoot the hell out of the ball.
Yeah.
Y'all know that?
No, in his prime, he was tough.
He was crazy.
He can still shoot. He shows glimpses at practice
He does?
sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's it been like for you? Sorry, I was.
To add on to what Kosi said, it's definitely been a unique experience. Like elsewhere, you usually have like a bunch of older guys in the program, like at least 10, like older guys, like at least juniors, seniors. You got grad students.
Yeah.
So I'd say like last year we ended with a grad student and a senior, so we sort of had some like mentorship, leadership. But this year it's different because we're the oldest dudes, so to speak, on the team. Like we've been here, but it's only been our second year, so I feel like our learning for the way college basketball is meant to happen and meant to be played is definitely like different than somebody as a freshman and sophomore who goes into like a sort of established program.
I feel like that can definitely help you guys. It just makes you guys even better leaders. You guys are starting to be the leaders of the team, way earlier than you expected. So
Most definitely.
that goes into my next question that I was going to ask. What's it like to juggle school and athletics? Me, myself, I don't like to brag, but I mean, I'm on the tennis team. But I mean, y'all, it's much more, cutthroat for you guys, So what's it like juggling school and athletics, with the exercise science and,
It's been something that most athletes have probably had to do, like most of their high school or most of their careers,
Sure.
really, because I remember high school probably being the hardest time, just the adjustment period, like from going from middle school to like being able to like wing every class to going to high school where the classes get really hard. So, and like the transition to high school to college it was really the same, like with the workload and everything. So just being able to just have a schedule and really be on top of things is.
Yeah, I'd say from my experience, it's been positive and some stresses a little bit as would be expected, but I feel like I've been blessed in the exercise science program with a bunch of teachers that like understand that I'm an athlete. Like they understand that sometimes I'm busy. Like
That's great.
I'll try to get my work done as much as I can, but they understand like if I ask for an extension, like it's not because I just don't want to do it. It's because I might need a little bit extra time.
That's great.
But also I feel like here we got good resources. Like there's just a bunch of support from everybody for like us balancing grades, class, going to practice, and all the games and stuff. So I feel like I've found a good balance so far.
That's great. I mean, that's really good. So far in the season, how do you guys feel about the season and how it's going? We can we can start with Jared this time.
Yeah.
Don't want to leave him out.
So I mean, obviously, it's not been in the direction that we wanted it to go. We haven't won games we felt we should have won. But I feel like from the first practices till now, I've seen definitely improvement within our players. Like I've seen that maturity with our freshmen, the maturity with our sophomores, because that's all we got. So, in the sense that we haven't been winning, there has been wins in other areas associated with basketball and team building and all that stuff.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I'd probably say like just disappointment because like when we started the season, we were really confident in like what we had to offer, even though we're really young. And like if you look at the margins of like our games, they're always so close. So, and I think just not having all the experience that the other guys in our league has shown in some of our games. And like I feel like as we get older, we'll be able to be one of the top teams in our conference, if not the top team in our conference.
And if anything, this disappointment and frustration y'all feel, it's going to help y'all somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, I'm sure y'all are being told that all the time, but that's always what people say. When you're, especially the fact that I've seen, I've worked so many of your guys' games. You guys are, down to the wire.
Right.
But like with young guys,
Yeah.
it's hard to consistently, yeah. So on a more positive topic, though, what would you guys say are y'all's favorite sports movies? Or does Coach ever like bring up anything like to like connect to the team or
Favorite
anything?
sports, you gonna have to go
Favorite
first.
sports movie?
Anything? Yeah, sports movie. Uncle Drew,
Yeah. Okay.
Coach Carter. I mean the obvious, Hoosier, whatever. Or if you don't really have one, you
It
can
might
say
not
that.
even be. It might not even be basketball, because
That's fair.
like the obvious answer is like loving basketball. That's what people say a lot.
Yeah.
Like Coach
That's
Carter.
what I was gonna say.
Doesn't need to be
I like
basketball.
those, but I'm not gonna lie. Like my favorite, I think my favorite sports one might be like Happy Gilmore,
That's a good one.
because that's just hilarious.
That's classic. Yeah.
I'd probably say Love and Basketball. That's the only one I could think of. But
Fair enough.
yeah.
What would you guys say is the most fun part about being on the team? You guys have been on the team you both have been on the team for 2 years now.
Yep.
Pretty, what's the word? You guys are pretty, you know what's going on. You know your way
Right.
around.
Mhm.
What would you say is the most fun, the best, most enjoyable part about being on the team?
You want to answer this first?
Yeah. I'd say my most fun, like the most fun to me is like I get to, especially like relates to me, is I get to talk with like the strength coaches and the athletic trainers. So like I sort of get that in compared to some other people that might not. So I'd say that's fun. But also like when we're here on winter break, I'd say that's fun at times because
Sure.
like all we get to do is basketball, sleep, and like play video games. So I say that's an enjoyable part. You get to be like a professional basketball player for a little short segment in your life.
Yeah, totally.
The most fun part for me is probably just the games. Like just being, like when you're playing the game, like on game day, it just feels different. And like it's something about it that just excites me about
Totally.
it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got one more to add to that.
Yeah, go
I'd
for
say
it.
something that's definitely fun is like when the whole locker room is in there, like everybody on the team's in there, and you got music playing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just good vibes. So
Yeah.
that's enjoyable.
It seems like you're like the happiest when you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like you're like in the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. So these are actually questions from these are questions from Coach Toomey.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Don't be worried.
Yeah.
Don't be worried. But what is we were talking about high school, and for me, high school was easier in a way. College I found, school was harder. I would say in high school.
Okay.
But everyone has different high school experiences.
Right.
Mhm.
So what would y'all say was the difference between playing in high school and playing in college? Just simply in the games.
In the
In the
games.
game.
In the games. Yeah.
For me, I would say like I'm from Atlanta, and like I would say our like Georgia basketball is really competitive, and for me, I would say in high school there's going to be one or two players on the court at all times that aren't just there with everybody else. Like skill wise, body wise, there's always going to be somebody that's just not up to par.
Right.
But in college, like everybody's up to par. Like everybody has like a reason why they're playing on that court.
Yeah.
Like if it's not their size, they have a certain skill that they're better than most at.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. feel like there's no better
Yeah,
answer than
it's,
that.
it's
Sorry,
not
Jared.
it's not much I can add to that. But
Sorry,
I mean, like to sort of add to that is like just like defense in college basketball. Like
Yeah.
you really got to be able to defend. You got to like actually take pride and work on defense as opposed to high school. Like not to really diss on main high school hoops because
You're not.
they're getting better, but like in high school I was able to coast a little bit on just being a little faster, a little stronger,
Totally.
and just like somewhat having more defensive edge than others. But now like 6'2" isn't tall in college, so.
Right.
I
See, the
gotta-
difference is that in high school, some guys are just playing basketball to have
Yeah.
fun.
Have fun, right?
But you guys are playing
College,
basketball.
yeah.
You guys think it's fun, but you guys, you
It's
want,
a bit more.
you
It's
guys
a
are
bit
taking it more
than that.
seriously. You guys maybe want to do it for your job. Not you, just you simply you guys, but on the team, you guys want to do it for your job, or you guys literally like your whole life is basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like some hobby that you want to do in high school.
Exactly.
Which is no knock to it. Nothing. I mean, in high school you got to do the things you like, but
Exactly,
like
yeah.
college, it's when
You want to get serious.
yeah, kind of get serious. I got one more question. I know we're still in the season, so season, y'all are gonna end strong and all that. But from what you guys know now, what would you guys say are your goals for next season? What would you guys say you definitely want to get better at? Because there's always room to get better at.
Goals for next season, I would definitely say team defense. Because I feel like we don't have a problem scoring the ball as a team. Like we're able to put it, like we're able to really bring it on offense. But defense, like just being a team on defense, like really enjoying getting stops on defense, that would help us a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
More
I'd
defense.
definitely say taking pride on defense and also like being able to take like not just always criticism but feedback in general. I feel like that's one thing that's like a big learning curve from high school to college is like the mental maturity. I feel like with our group just purely mental maturity and like being engaged and all that stuff at every single opportunity we get. I feel like that just instantly makes us better.
I just think criticism is hard to take just in general.
Yeah.
Anything. We gotta just find ways to just be like,
Yeah.
I hear you, and then try to work on. Like it's hard, even me. Like hear, not even like serious stuff. It's hard hearing like oh, you didn't do so well on this. When
Right.
if I thought like an 85 is good, it was like, oh, you should have done better on this. I'm like,
Yeah. But it's definitely one of those things that like it translates to more than just basketball.
Right.
Like everybody's gonna have basketball for a certain amount of time in their life, and you're gonna have to find something else.
Yeah.
And can't take criticism in other places. It might not work out. So it's easier, I'd say, for us to learn now, Ghost,
Right.
than learn later in life when it's harder.
Right. But something. I mean, I think I heard this once. I watch a lot of NBA. I like everything in basketball can find a way to relate to life if you really take the time to do it. Because you rebound, you fall, you get back up, and all this type of stuff. And I mean, it's just depends on the mindset, the way you look at it. Like people look at me a lot as the podcast guy because I did it. Me and Jared would do it regularly, and we had a lot of fun doing it. But it was something it's something we kept working on. It was something we kept getting better at.
Right.
And it's just it's an ongoing process.
No, yeah.
I have one more little question though. This wasn't even on my notes. What are the positions he gave you, and what are the positions y'all would like to play? Because I hear
this is a good one.
I hear a lot about this from people I know. They're like, Coach has me at point guard, but like I don't want to be point guard. I want to be shooting guard.
Did Coach Toomey ask this one?
He actually did not.
He didn't?
I promise.
Really?
that was a good.
I promise he did not.
Coach.
And sorry, Coach Toomey, if I just started a fire.
No, we're definitely on the same page.
He's
with
our
this one.
center.
But right now I'm our center.
Right.
Like we're
Big
small,
man.
so I'm the big man. And at first, like that was like probably the hardest pill for me to swallow this year was playing big. I used to hate doing it when I was like
Someone's laughing.
the tallest one in probably like 7th grade, but like it was just what we needed, but it actually helped me. Like I was able to learn like different skills that I haven't really been able to like to work on before, and it's actually been a blessing but at the same time, I still want to go back to playing wing.
Fair enough. You got to do stuff you don't want to do.
Got
sometimes.
to do it, but it is what it is.
But you never know.
Hard
Hey,
skills.
it's in the middle of the season. You might
Yeah.
you might like it more than you might like it more next week. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
but
never know.
it's helped. It's helped
Yeah.
though, but I definitely want to go back to.
It's
playing
definitely
wing.
made you better. That's for
It
sure.
has. It definitely has.
Yeah.
It has.
Any like I'm like in tennis, like when I'm trying to learn like
Mm-hmm.
weird stuff, it always feels weird. But like coach is like, if it feels weird, then that means you're learning something.
Okay. Who's your favorite tennis player?
It's got to be Federer.
Federer. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
of
that's
course Federer.
that's mine
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
What about you?
I'm a shooting guard, and I've sort of like played like the 2-3 guard for like the end of my high school career. I've sort of played all the positions just on like how my body was in comparison to other people. But in college, it's been like the 2-3 guard, and it's not so much that like it's out of my position per se, but like my expectations in that position. Because when I came here, I really wasn't like a shoot first, like on the perimeter. I wasn't shooting like crazy. In high school, I didn't. So when I got here last year, they had seen that I was able to make shots, and like it was sort of more of a focus to like take those outside shots. So I'd say for me, it's more been like the development of switching to like having a shooter's mindset, which is something that's like I'm still working on, like nowhere near close to where I want to be, but I feel like I've definitely made strides towards being a better shooter.
Great. So I'm glad y'all didn't scream at coach.
No.
Glad y'all didn't scream at coach. I want to be playing this position.
No.
That's all the questions I got. If you guys want to add anything else, if you guys want to, anything else you guys want to get off your chest, this is the place to do it.
Talk about tennis, really, because I if you actually pull me up on YouTube, that's the only video you're gonna find.
You're on YouTube for
Yeah.
tennis.
You play some tennis?
Play some tennis, I swear.
Who's your favorite player?
Roger Federer.
Roger Federer.
Yeah,
too?
Roger Federer.
Don't ask
yeah.
me I don't know
love
tennis.
You got a one hand forehand. You got a one hand forehand. One
I
hand
be
backhand?
I try it. Like I'll play tennis in the summer, and that's what me and my boy. I do his.
We might
backhand.
need to do part two. We might need to do a part 2 podcast for that.
No, really.
We might need to.
No,
What
yeah.
other sports did you play? Because I know you played.
I played everything.
Lacrosse, like.
Play lacrosse, football.
But when
tennis,
did you do tennis? High school or
Tennis I
middle
did
school?
middle school.
Oh,
Tennis I did elementary, middle school. Soccer I did from when I was little to middle school, and then football, lacrosse, and basketball is what I focused on.
we gotta do
middle school.
the intramural soccer.
No, yeah, I did it
Oh,
last
y'all-
year.
You did?
Yeah, y'all
I
have
did it
to,
last year. Yeah,
for sure.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's in the spring or the fall.
It's this spring.
Yeah, we're signing up for that.
That's
I love soccer. We both
Yeah,
love.
shout out Chelsea. Shout out
There you
Chelsea.
go.
Shout
that
out
might-
Cole Palmer,
there you
Nani,
go.
all of
Rub
them.
some feathers.
There you go. Shout out Barcelona, my dad. Shout out Barcelona. But that's all the questions I got. We're gonna call this Alex interviews players, even though I'm not in the shot. And I appreciate you guys for joining.
Thanks for
appreciate
having
If
us.
you guys
Thank
ever want to come back on, anytime.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm down.
Thank you guys
This
for
was
watching.
fun.
This has been a production of the University of Hartford School of Communication.